Hello, hi, I'm Doug Crawford. I'm hosting today a new program for PCTV, Tech Talk Live. Let's go to my slides. We've started this new program to be a community effort to give you information and education on all things technology. We think it's going to be very exciting and we're going to have some fun along the way. So here's some ideas we had for this program. Our goals would be that through this program we might energize your creativity, maybe increase your productivity, reduce problems that you're experiencing with technology and things that you're trying to use that are technological. Sometimes technology items, give us a lot of hiccups and problems, and if we can give you the information you need to get better use out of your technology, it will be a good thing. We also will be giving information about consumer electronics, our analysis of features and functions and what's worth it, what's not, maybe to make you shop smarter and save you money too. And if all this works together, we might even single-handedly save the economy by bringing you more productivity to your technology use. Let's go to this slide. So one of the ways that we'll be engaging with the technology and giving you the information you need is through tips, and there'll be short little explanations of how to accomplish a task that may be useful to you and what you do. Then we'll have more elaborate how-tos that'll go into explaining how to do a little more elaborate operations that maybe you should be doing that you don't know that you should be doing. The manual often doesn't come with equipment anymore, so this kind of information could be crucial to you properly operating the things that you have. Then, based on my background, we may be doing further explanations of technology to give you a working knowledge of what's really going on inside of equipment. Not that we're going to make engineers out of you or even want to, or that you would want to be engineers, but me being an engineer, I can impart some idea of how these things are operating, which can further enhance your ability to understand where technology is going, why it's doing what it's doing, why they're trying to provide the features that they're trying to provide for you. We hope to have special guests on, which may be some of you. It may be industry experts. It may be area reps for equipment. We've got some ideas there that I think could also bring a dynamic element of information to the local area. So that's our special guests. All right, so what will we be covering? The things that I'm kind of most able to impart the best wisdom on are these items here. Computers and software, and that's not just regular computers, but we have a whole bunch of new technology that's around today that's exciting and useful, and tablets, smartphones. These are basically all computing devices. They have software, and we're going to cover probably a lot of material will be focused in this area, including free software that you can make use of in office products, in drawing programs, and simple CAD design that you can, for free, obtain these tools and maybe really explode some hobby or creativity that can be leveraged with these really great pieces of software. We'll also do a lot with the web. Clearly, the World Wide Web is the technology of computing today, and my experience has been is that there's an awful lot of information about using the web that's just not getting across, and folks are always using just kind of the same old things over and over again, and not getting the tools they need to really make creative, intelligent use of the web. So I think we can do better. I've got a background in digital music and video, so some programs may focus on that. If you have an interest in maybe recording your voice or singing or a little bit of music, getting captured to the computer and playing with that. We're a long ways away from cassette decks and magnetic tape, and the technology hasn't been quite as approachable for recording digitally, and I think we can cover that. Home theater is a big deal. Everybody wants to watch the best movies and get as much streaming material for TV shows that they want, and it's a bit daunting how to put that kind of equipment together and keep it running. And then there's, I did mention audio, but I'm talking about music here really. Digital music is alive and well and is being provided to us in ways we never dreamed of through also streaming over the web. But in addition to audio, we have photography. We've got fantastic little digital cameras that are taking great pictures. Most of you are probably using them. But there are some nuances in photography that can be brought to this that I think we'll cover. As well as video, taking video and editing video could be very exciting things for us to cover. GPS, another consumer electronic item that is changing the way we live. If you haven't got one, we'll cover some things that might make it compelling for you to do so. All right, so now what's the live part? We're calling this Tech Talk Live. Well, this is an exciting new area for the PCTV Network, and what we aim to do is bring the big network interaction to our local community, where you can interact with us, with me, live over Facebook. And on Facebook, we've created our site Tech Talk Live. There is, if I can show you, if you go into Facebook, and this assumes you know how to use Facebook. If you don't, we're going to cover kind of getting started in Facebook in one of our segments. But I want you to see this slide. If you know Facebook, but maybe you've only interacted with your friends, there is a search text box here that you can type what you're looking for in here, and you can start typing Tech Talk. And in my example here, I typed TECHTALK, not even live. I didn't put the live part in, but after I typed that much of it, up came in this pink box here that I circled. That's us, Tech Talk Live. We are a community effort, so it says community here. If you click on this, you will launch into our Facebook page where you can leave us messages. Now, I intend to have that sitting here live so I can see your messages come up, and we look forward to interacting with you. And what are we going to do when we interact? Well, we are going to do some things like this. We're going to take your comments and questions and requests, and if they're appropriate, we will be talking about them on the air here, and perhaps answering them right on the spot. Some of them we'll take down as maybe to work on a next show, a later show. But if we can, what I aim to do is demonstrate how I go and answer questions for myself, usually using Google, sometimes YouTube. And I'm hoping to maybe train the community in how to answer their own questions. And that could be a really great service, we figure. So we look forward to that. If you're not going to use Facebook, if that's something you just don't ever really want to get into, we will also monitor Tech Talk Live at ymail.com. Not Gmail, not Yahoo, but Ymail. Why that? Well, because Tech Talk Live was taken on all the other ones. Yahoo offers a Ymail extension. So just to be different, and so we could have Tech Talk Live as our own moniker, please use that email address, techtalklive@ymail.com. Now, we're going to try to do some other things with the show that's kind of interactive also. We're interested in making it fun, having a good time. So we're going to offer quizzes that you can answer, and we'll pose a quiz. Some of them may be for the live program. Some of them may be, hey, for next week, see if you can answer this. And we'll send you out trying to find some answers. And we're going to feature problems to solve. For instance, when someone brings us a really interesting problem, we may turn that into a full feature of the show, for which we may offer prizes and maybe even special invitations for you to come right here and sit with me, and we'll talk about your problem and illustrate it and have a good time with that. Next up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and why you should watch this show with me. And hopefully that's compelling. And we're going to take a little break, go to black, and see you in a minute.
You're watching the PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you.
Hello, welcome back to Tech Talk Live with Doug Crawford and the PCTV Network. So, in this segment, the previous segment, we talked about what our Tech Talk Live program is going to be all about. And as a pilot, we thought it would be a good idea to tell you a little bit about myself so that you know whether or not you should really care to tune in and listen to our technical talk. So, who is your host? Well, this is me. This is my life. Well, some people have called me a Renaissance man. What I'm going to show you is some things that I've been into for a lifetime that's kind of contributed to a total technical background. It began with space aspirations, time as a magician, an audiophile, information science in college, software engineering post-college, photography, musician, and finally an inventor. Now here's some kind of maybe fun things about all this. So yeah, I was a young space program enthusiast. My mom was really into this with me too, and she arranged for astronauts to send me signed pictures of themselves. And Alan Shepard here kindly sent one along, and I really studied this stuff. I was very into the space program, all of the Gemini and Mercury and Apollo missions and the moon missions, and even in college the space shuttle was just fascinating to me. But I never really went in that direction. I don't think I had the mind for the math quite for that. Then for years, if you want to show this, yes, I was a teenage magician and learned a whole bag of tricks that I worked through high school and college. But even though I had the initials, DC, I was eclipsed, I guess, by the other DC, David Copperfield, and my hopes were dashed there, I guess. I still do a little bit of it. As a matter of fact, here's a deck of cards, and I could have you pick a card, any card. So I've still got it, but that's not my gig anymore. All right, so then through high school and college, I was big into audio, and the better it sounded and the louder it was, the better.